Yo, time is, fuck, 10:12 a.m. I just took this off and put it back on and it's not even. Not centered, that is. Now it is. I couldn't get to sleep. So I had a shower. Yeah, after chatting to ChatGPT, it's like, yes, I've got social anxiety to a degree. I find text way easier. But at the same time, it's like, the reason why I have such a problem with, like, voice calls and stuff with people is we're just not like good fits for each other. That's the main reason. Like if they were like, and this is like when I say like in real life, I had friends from East Asia, and I felt like I could actually talk to them to a degree. You know, even though I still had a lot of anxiety, I was still a people pleaser at that time to a large degree. I still felt like I could actually kind of talk to them, as opposed to other people where I couldn't do that. Right? I had to like not be myself and stuff. Um, and that was when I thought, oh, like I'm not like a massive introvert. I always thought, oh, I don't get energy from social interactions. Turns out I actually do. It just depends on who I'm with, which means largely not the majority of people in the country that I live in. Most of the people here, most of the conventional conforming people, I don't get enjoyment out of interactions with to a large degree. It's hard for me to talk with them because we don't really have anything in common with each other, right? I don't know. I think there's like the fear response and there's the anxiety issue to start with, but then it's like after that, we don't even like we don't even talk the same. We don't even have the same kind of communication style or anything. It's like we're not compatible, and that's like if you take away my social anxiety, I think I would still be bad at interacting with these people because we just are like so different. We have like nothing in common with each other. It's like I can't even think of what to say to these people because I feel like I'm gonna get rejected first of all, which happens all the time. All the time, I try to bring stuff up that I like or that is interesting to me, or just stuff in general, and they don't want to talk about it. People don't reciprocate in Oceanian culture, which pisses me off. Is you'll ask them a question, and then they don't often always ask the same thing back, which is like really fucking annoying. I don't know. I feel like the people I went to school with did this, but now the people I've met on GTA often it's not the case. It's so weird. It's like I don't understand why. This is like basic courtesy. Is like if someone asks you something, you ask them back unless you're like too anxious or something, which I don't think that they were. I think they just don't think to do it or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's like a combination of anxiety and what would you call it? Like personality, communication style, culture clash. I mean culture as in like me personally versus like the majority here versus like most of the people that I talk to. Bro, this guy is like, he doesn't respond to the questions properly. I asked him, what non anime shows do you watch? He said, I watch. He said he learned English for 11 years in school. 11 years. And he can't answer an open question. He said this last time I asked him. This is not the first time. Last time I asked him about stuff, he said this. He said, yeah, I watched them. Like, I watch. And I said, any examples? And he said, I can't remember. You can't remember any non-anime shows you've ever watched. Despite the fact that you just told me that you watched them. What? I'm trying to relate to him because he says he watches anime and shit. I don't watch anime, bro. We're not going to build a fucking foundation off of that because I don't care about anime. It doesn't matter to me. I think it's kind of lame. I don't think it's kind of lame, to be honest. It's all fantasy and escapism. Do you know why that is? Because Japanese everyday life is shitty and boring. So they need to make stupid fantasy animes to escape from it. Also, the second point, they're made for kids. I don't know why there are so many, like, adult-aged people watching them. They're literally made for kids. Well, I shouldn't say that, because I actually like quite a couple shows made for kids. But, I don't know. I feel like my impression of anime is not very good. Aside from the couple good movie ones that I've watched. I feel like Slice of Life gets a pass, but anything fucking fantasy, there's always some stupid bullshit in it, I swear. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, because I'm not a big fantasy fan. I didn't really like Lord of the Rings either. Again, I recognize Lord of the Rings, peak film series, very well made. Also, I don't really like it. Like, it's not my thing. I don't care about it. Star Wars, pretty peak film series, at least the first three. At the same time, I don't care about it because it's just fantasy and it's just pushing an ideology largely. It's not reflecting life as it is. It's pushing a kind of idea. Maybe Dune I'd like it. Maybe I'd like Dune. I think Dune looked cool. But Dune's a lot more realistic than fucking Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. Star Wars is science fiction. I think space operas are better. That's what they call it, right? It's more like a space opera. It's not really a science fiction. I mean, it is, but it's not like, you know, it's not very believable. It's kind of absurd. Anyway. Where the players at? Come out, player. Trying to get ChatGPT to tell me, like, why do I have issues with... I can chat effectively. I can do chat, but I can't do fucking voice chat or in person. It's like, why is this? Why is this the case? So it's like a timing thing and stuff. Like, there's more pressure in real life. You gotta, like, time everything. You can be misunderstood easily. You gotta be, like, energetic to come back and stuff. Because every time I'm in voice chats with people, it, like... If I don't talk, it goes silent. And I don't know what to talk about, because, like, my mind goes blank. I don't know, bro. I don't know what to talk about with these people anyway. It's like, what do I talk about? What do we have in common with each other? Nothing. It's like, actually, bro, if we didn't live in the same part of the world speaking the same language, we wouldn't have anything to do with each other. We would never cross paths because we have absolutely nothing in common aside from, like, with these people, it's like, aside from speaking the same language, living in Oceania, and playing the same video games, we have absolutely nothing in common with each other. And we do, like, totally different things, enjoy different music, just completely different types of people, and it's like, I can't really relate to them at all. I don't know how to talk to these people. I literally, I'm not fucking joking or anything. I don't know how to talk to these people. I don't know how I'm supposed to talk to them. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. What do you say? They're not like my old friends at all. My old friends were fine with me being who I was, bro. I shit talk them all the time, but like, they kind of accepted me to a degree. Because they knew what I was like. They still shit talked me for being quiet and stuff. I mean, the higher level ones did. The lower ones didn't. If you consider it like a hierarchy. The people who weren't leading the group seemed to accept me for not talking that much. Look, I'm a quality over quantity guy, bro. That's me when I'm talking. I think a lot and then I come up with a proper response. And if I can't think of a good response, I don't say anything. That's how it works with me. If I'm not saying shit, it's either because I'm too anxious or because I've got nothing good to say and or people are just talking and nobody's giving me an opportunity to talk. I'm not going to butt in. You know, like, literally, they'll say, like, the anabolic ana group, they don't want me to call it that, but whatever, that's what I'm calling it. They said, like, oh, you didn't say anything. Bro, they were talking the whole time, and they didn't ask me anything. Why would I interrupt them? Like, what would I interrupt them to say? Do you know? I did think of some things to say, but then I thought, oh, they're gonna shit talk me for it. And I didn't feel like dealing with that, so I just didn't say anything. And then it's like, oh, it's all my fault. Like, obviously, it is my choice, and you can blame me, but like, I'm not totally responsible for like, that's the way I was thinking. Given that that's how they act, like, in game and stuff. I don't know. It's just getting rejected and stuff is way harsher over voice because it sounds like it's actual people shit talking you rather than just words on a screen, you know, words on a page or whatever. And it's harder to come back if they like dogpile on you and shit, like they can do in the voice chat. I didn't feel comfortable at any point, to be honest. I felt uncomfortable the whole time. It's just how it was. It's just how it was. I don't know. And you're like, oh, there's something you gotta work on, bro. I don't think it's ever gonna change. I don't think that's ever gonna change, bro. How am I supposed to stop treating these people like a threat or a risk when all they've ever done is, like, cause harm to people like me? Literally. Right? How am I supposed to show interest when we have nothing in common with each other? It's like, these are two really important points for the different kinds of people that I've been interacting with. Is how am I supposed to not treat like a threat people who have always been bad to me and people like me, and I know that they're like that, and they always are. Hmm. And you say, well, I mean, yeah, it's to be expected. Bro, literally, It is to the degree that it's like associated with how people talk and shit, becomes threatening. And it literally is that way because of experiences in the past. And then they reinforce it by continuing to act like that. They're different people, but they act the same way, right? It's really no different. I don't know. They haven't shown me really themselves to be massively different. The reason why I have this impression of specifically the kinds of people that these people represent is because of repeatedly bad experiences with those groups of people. That's why I have the impression, right? So why does the rough kind of New Zealand male, Oceanian male accent, why does that like give me anxiety? Maybe because those people tend to be awful and tend to treat people like me and people that I like shit, right? Maybe that's maybe it's not like it's not a coincidence. It's a pattern formed through bad experiences, right? The harassment is the least of it, right? Literally, the harassment is like that's the base expression, and then there's all the rest of the stuff that goes on beneath it. All the like ideology that they are following, that they're pushing. They don't even know what ideology is, most of these people, but you can see, like, it is ideology. They're pushing a belief system, right? It's a reflection of that belief system. It is, okay? Belief system is like that, oh, we're superior, other people are inferior, we got to treat everyone else like shit, etc., etc. That's what they're like. And they do treat everyone else like shit. That's what they do. Not nice people, bro. And then there's like the rest of it, like the neutral is the like people, the majority. I don't know if it's there's the section which is quite large, but it's still a section, which is these like actively toxic, harmful individuals who you feel threatened by because you know what they're like, right? You know largely what that group of people is like. And then there is the like just people you got nothing in common with. And you're supposed to like show interest and stuff, and it's like we don't even communicate well. We've got no chemistry, right? No chemistry. Bare minimum, no chemistry. Bare minimum, least worst scenario is no chemistry. This is what I get with like Oceanian white people. It's either threatening people or people that I have like nothing in common with, who are like mildly antagonistic as at best. At best is like mildly antagonistic. Actively hateful. Active, and then the other ones are like actively angry, hateful, resentful, etc. And then the like least worst is the like mildly antagonistic and dismissive of you. Like as if I haven't tried to like share my interests. Well, nobody cares here. Nobody cares about any of those things, do they? No, they don't. I try to talk about politics. Oh, I don't care about politics. I don't know about politics. Oh, that's great. That's great. It's like being an athlete and people say, oh, I don't care about sports. They don't even try to show interest, you know? They just, this is what white people are like here. They just say, oh, I don't care. I don't care about that. They don't even try, they don't want to learn, they don't want to show interest. This is how they are, because they're not like intellectuals, most of them. They're not intellectuals, and so they don't have like, oh, this person knows something about something. I should try to learn from them, you know? Look, if it bores you that much, it's fair. It's fair. I shouldn't really talk too much shit, because I do that. Everyone does that. If it really bores you that much, why would you care? Sure, whatever. I just think that maybe people should pay attention to what, you know, what makes the decisions in society, and not just write it off as, oh, they're corrupt. Not even knowing what any of the parties actually represent or anything. That is the classic anti-intellectual critique, or retort, or rhetoric. Oh, I don't vote for anyone because they're all bad. Well, you don't know anything about any of them. You just say that because you don't want to vote and you can't be bothered learning anything. That's what they do. They just say, oh, they're all terrible because they can't be... They want to justify not voting and not having to put in the effort to actually learn about any of the parties. It's fucking stupid. Suicidal. It's kind of like, this is it. It's like, this is the best you can do. This is like the absent. I don't mean 100%. It's close to 100% though. It really is close. I can't fucking lie, bro. It really is. I can't think of any born New Zealanders, white New Zealanders, who aren't like this. I can't think of any. When I talk about, like, my friend who's white, well, he's not from here. He's from the UK. He's from England. He moved here when he was 6. Like, he grew up in a different culture. His parents are from a different background. Right? He's first generation. Wasn't raised in the country. You know, he was only raised here after 6. He's probably way different now as well. Right? Like, I can't even say, like, oh, there's an exception, because there isn't. There's not. There aren't any. I can't think of any. Look, there probably are exceptions, but I can't think of any. Maybe the exception is like Tom Peters from the World Socialist website. But I really don't agree with him on his beliefs and stuff. I was able to chat with him fairly easily, though. That's true. I felt like he was easy to converse with. But I don't know where you find more people like him who have different ideas. Maybe at universities and stuff. Did seem a bit elitist. He asked me, oh, what did you study? Well, I didn't study because I got chronic fatigue syndrome. I haven't been to university. Not exactly relevant to the conversation, but whatever. It's kind of like... It's just Trotsky is a bit credentialized. They're so obsessed with, like, the absolute correctness of things, in theory, without actually having ever practiced any of them. It kind of doesn't surprise me that he'd be asking about my degrees and stuff, because that's kind of like... They're kind of, like, parallel to each other. Close to each other. They're kind of, like, on the same level. You just draw a line between them. It's kind of obvious that they would do that. He's probably the only exception I can think of, to be honest. I don't really know any other... I can't think of any. I honestly can't remember any other people who are either not actively hateful and resentful and angry at me, and people like me, and people that are like, this is what a lot of the men in New Zealand are like. And a lot of the women are like, and Australia, and a lot of the women are like, what did I say? No similar interests, personalities are different, maybe even a bit antagonistic. That's what the women are like here, bro. Minimum, least worst case scenario is no chemistry, possibly mildly antagonistic or dismissive, which they're all like. They're all like minimum mildly antagonistic or dismissive to people like me. It's not 100%. I can think of maybe one or two exceptions to that, but it's still the case that the vast majority of them do act like this. This is like how their culture teaches them to be. It's not just built into their like DNA of being white. Maybe it's built into their DNA of being New Zealanders or Australians. I don't know, because it's been a couple decades of immigration and stuff, and they've kind of settled here for a while. So maybe because it like immigration selects for certain kinds of people, right? It does. Um, More extroverted and all of that. That's like measurable. Uh, yeah. It's like this is just the reality, isn't it? Bare minimum, no chemistry. This is the least worst scenario with these people, is you've got like no chemistry, nothing in common with them, and they might mildly antagonize you or have like a degree of dislike. And that's like the basis of the relationship. And you wonder why it doesn't last. Why it doesn't withstand anything. Because it's like, bro, what are we what are we friends for? How can we be friends with these pieces of... How can you call them pieces of shit? They kind of are, but they're not as bad as the other ones. But they also are still bad to some degree. How can you be friends with them? Like, it's not gonna go anywhere. We already know that. They want you to be like them, because everyone else is like them, right? That's what they want. That's what they're like. They want everyone to be like them, and when people aren't like them, it's a problem. This is why ethnic minorities and stuff don't really interact with these people that much. This is why they kind of stick to themselves. It's because we can see the majority culture doesn't accept them in the same way that it doesn't fully accept people like me. There's always issues, bro. Always issues, all the time. Issues coming up, this and that. Constant conflicts. Little conflicts, all the time. Always happening, everywhere, right? This is why I don't interact with them. This is why I don't have any of these friends. This is because there's just too many issues. There's too much work to deal with. I can't be bothered. ChatGPT said, oh, you shouldn't generalize it as like a racial group or something. Well, I'm going to do that anyway. It's a cultural thing. It is a cultural thing. You rarely find people within this culture who don't conform to it, bro. It's like most people, like the majority of people are like this. There are very few people outside of it, really. Very few people outside of it. It's stupid. And the most obvious people who are outside of the majority group are people from different cultures, right? And this is the thing. People from different cultures, like East Asian culture, we might not have anything in common, but I can at least have a conversation with them and stuff, right? Like, I can at least have a conversation with them without them, like, being, what would you call it? Without them being, like, dismissive and antagonistic a lot. Often. And I guess they just interest me more, because I find foreign cultures interesting, I guess. Why is this guy on so early, bro? Does he go to school or something? What the fuck? Is this his pre-school game? On pre-school or something? Is it the weekend? It's not the weekend, is it? It's like Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Oh. Terrorize me every day for 2 weeks. I'm so tired. Suicidal. I was suicidal. Acceptance. Bro accepted it. He's on fish. So tired. After juice, coding got me tripping. Da, 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 da. Ice lemon, lemon, we're sipping. Ice lemon, lemon, we're sipping. That minimum least worst scenario is no chemistry with possibly and possibly also mildly antagonistic and or dismissive. He always tries to get me in the bag. That's gonna get him. Oh, had it miss. That's bullshit. It's too high in the sky. I'm not even locking on, bro. Just flying over the building. But he's literally just jumping, peeking over, bro. I can't even hit him from that high up either. How is he hitting me, but I'm unable to hit him, bro? That's so bullshit. No. Fucking hell. I can literally see it. Look at these shitty ass cheap shots he's doing, bro. He's not even peeking properly. Literally can't risk it being blown out because he doesn't have any other vehicles. That's fucking bullshit. Why is it so hard to hit? Jesus Christ. I honestly don't know why it's so hard for me to do voice chat and what do you call it? IRL, real life. I don't know why it's so hard. Oh my fucking god, an NPC got on the way. Not the juice, golden got me tripping. Yo, He's got Guys are fucking trash, bro. Holy shit. The juice coating got me dripping. How am I stuck, bro? Oh my fucking god. Okay, looks like we're crashed. Hmm. Not very good at improvisation. I don't know, it depends. It depends. Maybe it's just social anxiety. World Cup, everybody jump. What was I thinking of? Yeah, I gotta add my electrolytes to my diet app. World Cup, everybody jump. Ah, he's gone. Yeah, well, that's a good point. Yeah, the heart attack. Wait, what the fuck? Isn't that him? The fear of negative evaluation is perfectly, like, reasonable though, because they do negatively evaluate you. That's what happens. It's really totally reliant on the people that you're interacting with. Anyway, I think we've kind of run a course with that. Bro, fuck that shit. This guy's so fucking annoying. He cheats and graves. Worst combination. God, he's fucking annoying. God, he got crashed. That's good. Right. What was I doing the 2 other times that he killed me, bro? What the fuck? La, 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 la. Da, da, we the champions. Da, da, la, 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 la. It's in God mode, because the motto spawned out. Boom. thought that wasn't his car. We the champions. I just blow up my car. Hey, I wanna steal it. No, fuck these police, bro. Oh no. It's mine now. Bro, how? That's not even his car. What the fuck? This isn't even his car. How does he have an invincible car? The mod have made his car invincible. That's crazy. Now he's using it to grief. I want to get off now. I'm tired.